Going into this undefeated in the Huashan Sword Cup. Could be a flawless performance with 4-0. Life lost to him in the group stage and in the Gladiator Cup. But the ones before went to Life. So, who has the better idea now? Who has the better counter now is the question. Demon Hunter DK, as expected, is always going to be the case. The question is more about second hero. And maybe the question is, do you want to expand or not? It is Twisted after all. The biggest map. An easy to creep one as well. Life has some sick timings against expansions as well. So I guess Life wants to brawl. Life wants the Naga battles in the middle. 1-0 wants to prevent that. And then we go from there. On one base play, we might see Worms. We've seen a lot of Necros yesterday as well. Successful even. So both players have a toolbox filled to the brim. I think in few matchups there's as much variety as there is here in Night Elf versus Undead these days. Everything seems playable. Expo or no Expo. Naga, Lich, Worms, Necros, Banshees. And then on the other side, the Night Elves always has to be a little reactive. What happened here? He started the creep spot and then he moves away from it. That is interesting. But okay, a little bit of a switch of pace. We're going creeping on both sides. Tech started on both sides. Very even approach. So I thought, okay, maybe fast expansion since it's Twisted, but no, not against Life. Too good with that. Especially the 50 food fights with dual hero right at the start of tier 2. Absolutely his element. And then the first Dryads are coming in. That turns it even more into his element because his Dryad control and chases are incredible. Coming in. Fresh level 2. Immolation. Mana burn. Keeps 1-0 stuck here. Saves some mana. No immolation just yet as he sees no kills. And focuses on the boots. And probably a staff. 1-0 mentioned in a stream yesterday where he sees like one of Life's biggest strength and one thing that sets Life apart from the rest of the elves is whenever he has an invul, there's always, a redo. We'll see about that later on where he says the other Night Elves do it like 60-70% of the time. Life hits the rejuve 100% of the time. And that makes a big difference. Nice Demon Hunter control, 1-0. Some surround attempts here, but then against Immolation, against good inventory, good tankiness, and archers nearby, you really don't want to surround. So he kicks 1-0 off the map. For now, Hunter Soul coming in tier 2 around the corner. Later, after this grand final, we also have Don't Rush Me Cup, Moonverse Say So, probably some Gladiator Cups as well. 3 Don't Rush Me Cup quarterfinals. With Neutron versus Lucy, as well as Starbuck versus Dice today. So, packed program. Boop. First archer kill, relatively simple. But with the coil invested, now we got no mana no more. It is the Lich, and that has been the paradigm for 1-0. Leave the map to Life. At the beginning of tier 2, fall back, focus on your own progress, even though you're a bit slower. You need that stability, and you cannot be close to Life's dangerous dual hero combo. And that is the chase. Interesting approach by Life, though. I haven't seen the matches yesterday, unfortunately, as I wasn't around. But is that just the answer, then? If 1-0 is trying to dodge the fight, you bring the fight. That's a Slaughterhouse cancelled. That's a DK hurt. That's Immolation everywhere. Lich comes in now. The Solid Coil Nova can always save the day. But Life should be able to get out there with the TP. If he walks it off, that's big big damage done. Lich still chasing a little bit. Can he reach for a Nova? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, so solid delay on the slaughterhouse. At least he's not supply blocked. That would have been a catastrophe. Life still roaming. Very hurt here. Maybe a telestaff. Get home. Exactly. Get home and cause some more trouble. Naga has unfortunately a bit of a wrong read, positioning herself on the left-hand side when 120 is on the right-hand side. But it feels like Life has everything under control. He's catching up with a tier 3. Slowly but steady, he gets the Dryads for slow and poison. Got a Wisp in position in case 120 is expanding. He got his Wisps everywhere. Wisp here, Wisp here, Wisp there, Army here, Wisps in position on top as well. Like, the vision gives Life so much power, it's ridiculous. It's always a bit of an opportunity cost, right? You have to move the Wisp there. That's some lumber you're missing out on. Ha! Medusa the gamer playing it a bit too close. Kills the ogre. Hurts. So it's an arms race now. Towards level 3. We get there for 120. But the levels are weak. It's the big mana. Remo will be furious because that will be sold again. Most likely. Medusa the Denier. And we got a Sacrificial Skull and a 6th Acolyte. Tier 3 expansion. Happy style. Maybe that is the way. Maybe Happy gave him ideas on how to play it, even though 120 and Colorful were both of the opinion that grand final in B Cup, only a player with the micro of Happy can win against that Life that day. We have to say, this is a very calm game so far. Due to the positioning of 120, there was one poke. That was it. There was a solid delay. But also the Demon Hunter low level. Insane inventory though. With more HP, more armor, heal pod. And the staffs and TP still ready. Time for staffs, time for orb, time for more creeping. At the moment, and without level 2 mana burn, I don't think you want to go near that undead army. And that gives 120 a little bit of time to creep for that level 3 Lich. I think for now is a very playable position for 120. But the bears are coming in now. Usually 120 was timing pushing. Or going for that one base worm play. This is somewhat of a new element that I haven't seen before too much. I don't know if he played that tier 3 expansion yesterday. Again, I couldn't see the games. Looked more like push strats, more or less. You don't want to give the Night Elf the ultra late game. The Night Elf wins the ultra late game. More often than not. Is that statue stuck? Nah, there's nothing stuck. Step bro. Creep Jack. 120 might be stuck here because he has no town portal. What he does have is a lot of mana on that DK. Ghoul intercepted. Frenzy up. Destroyer up. Do you want to fight this though? With the creep still stabbing you in the back. Ghouls away from the Demon Hunter. Lich far forward. But yeah, mana burns ready in a second. Destroyer far out in the open. It's not going to be too easy to save that one as there's no forest available right now. Have to invest the coil to save that one. That puts the Fiend under pressure. But the Fiends are doing some good damage against the Dryads, it feels like. Life is controlling this well, but not well enough to prevent these misses. Oh, another Dryad kill here. It's getting expensive for Life. That Destroyer saved above the trees. Brilliant timing by 120. He is owning this fight, man. Jesus, on top of an expansion, on top of a Creep Jack, and that Destroyer almost gets the bear. Has to send it back. No burrow available. But Life's in trouble now. He did not expand behind this, right? I don't think there's a tree anywhere. We are one Avada Kedavra away from a kill. Demon Hunter in live realizes this was not his moment. 1-0 with an exclamation mark. The Huashan Sword Cup, man, seems to be his battleground here yesterday and today. I don't think live could get the engagements he wanted. We even saw some ghoul pulls. 1-0 said in the lower bracket final against Happy at some point, because it was such a long series, he felt baited into switching strategies too much. That was when he opened up Lich first. Very atypical for him. So I think we shouldn't expect craziness if he learned a lesson from this. And now we contest the middle with early immolation, the classic brawl. The ghouls do arrive here, but Demon Hunter is level 2 already. DK got pretty much nothing. Wants to fall back, will fall back. It's rather tame for a fight between the two. It's also classic how Springtime plays. They're contesting a little bit in the middle. But I think it's a very good sign that life is not switching up too much. Just lean into the map. You know, it's your preferred map, which is kind of interesting to me. I don't know if we have the full map pool by now. But that means one of his losers picks is not Autumn Leaves or Hammerfall or Echo House. Two of them, actually. And it also means that 1-0 left him Springtime knowing that it's his first pick.
Players' forces are
Sometimes these map picks and bans fly a bit under the radar, but they're incredibly important for the series. Pretty heavy on ghouls. Zero is waiting quite a long time with that ritual dagger, knowing the Demon Hunter can take out the healing immediately. We're fighting for the creeps because the DK needs this level 2. Having increased movement is essential maybe for the mid game. But yeah, both players know how important progression is on first hero. The final is best of 7. Oh, really? I thought on the screen it said best of 5. Stufka, number 1. Well, even better. More Warcraft is always more good.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, then it makes sense why we have Springtime. Then you have Springtime, Autumn Leaves, Hammerfall most likely. No aggression towards this Ancient of War. Will be a free creep in the mid game. We have the Naga once again. We have the Lich once again. Yeah, we had a little bit of an experimental phase, huh? But last week was lesson learned for 1-0. Don't go toe-to-toe into a Naga battle with Medusa the Gamer. You just can't win. 1-0 doesn't have the skills. A Happy might be able to do it with his insane micro. 1-0 doesn't have that skill set. He has different ones. Not saying one or the other is a better skill set to have. It's just different types of players, different flavors. I'm also not saying vanilla is better than strawberry. It's just different.
The town is under siege.
And here come the Lich. Surely better to have a higher level Lich faster. You do lose out a bit on control in the mid game though. And this is why it's kind of fascinating how he's not falling back and creeping, but roaming on the map. I said this is a free camp, but he takes that Ancient. I like that he sees that as a point of aggression or as a point of where he can inflict damage. Because like it's out in the open. It's not worth enough so you fall back and defend this. But it will slow down your progress in the middle because your camp isn't free and one of the big items in the map isn't free either.
Forces are under attack.
The game sounds are still too loud. It's getting weird because I barely hear anything anymore. Sobi mask. All right. Good to see. We got some additional eyes on the map, seeing where life is creeping, what his creep route is. Can make the assessment now. Okay, you're not on the lab, you're not at the red. I still have some time. Game sound is fine, it's the music. Well, that particular song is always the loudest.
Players' forces are under attack.
I just want to delete that song, actually. I don't know how, though. We got a one-base play. We got the Boneyard. This is the strat that 1-0 came up with. And on the other side, like, no talent transition yet. He's really not too much of a talent player. Rather relies on bears and dryads and Demon Hunter Naga. That Demon Hunter, though. We gotta talk about this Demon Hunter. Ruined braces, circlet, ring +5 and heal pot. How are you supposed to deal with that, dude? Nah, Hito, what I'm saying is that, like, it's not better, like, if you make a difference between two players and one is super strong in micro and the other is super strong in macro, I'm not saying automatically the micro player is better than the macro player. That's what I mean with having one skill set is not better than having the other skill set. Clemende, thank you for the 35.
Hoggers.
A player's forces are under attack.
A micro player can be the macro player, while a macro player can be the micro player. It's not rock, paper, scissors. Oh, that bear for free is nasty. Oh, that's not great. Out of the fight immediately. At least there was a staff. Ghoul's always there to suffer for the rest of the army. Naga focus. It's almost like... Is 1-0 wearing a happy cosplay to a degree here? I definitely see some influences. We have a Frostworm coming in. These bears might suffer. Lich in trouble. Anything to save him here? I don't think so. You have nothing to get out of there. He keeps him in the fight. Okay, let's see for how long. DK surrounded. What? Out of nowhere. What are these fights here in the grand final? These games, one fight and it's over. He's running around without a TP against a stacked Demon Hunter Naga Dryad Bear combo. Was a good Demon Hunter inventory, played it well. Then again, we have to look at inventories and look at expansions. I think against Happy or a Labyrinth, you should expect expansions here. But against 1-0, I really don't feel it, man. The Worm win rate kind of drops recently, doesn't it? He always plays a DK like this. Yes, also in every matchup.
A player's forces
I very
are
much
under
agree.
attack.
That is a good observation. I had the same, so it must be a good observation.
A town is under siege.
And here we go. We have seen nasty DK harasses by 120 against Happy. He stole an entire camp on Echo Alt. He did the same, almost the same, to Fortitude early on. So 120's DK is dangerous. We chase each other across the map here. We look for each other across the map here. And we attack. Yeah, it is the expected one base, right? So if they play one base here, it's kind of a tell that they play one base everywhere. I would be greatly surprised if it's not. Goes to show how well they know each other. After 7 games in 2 weeks, that is to be expected. So pure ghouls, statue, graveyard now. We try to level a little bit. Demon Hunter has mana burn, by the way. That is something I find interesting. Nothing to burn right now. You can't do AoE damage for creeping. You can't do AoE damage against ghouls that pressure you. I oftentimes think that it's a straight up mistake.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, maybe he can snipe some Ogre Magi's with it. Maybe it was a miscalculation, bit of a bad gamble. 120 kept the Demon Hunter on level 1 for a long time. It's not a super disruptive early game. It's, like 2 boxes in round 1. You just, put your arms out a little bit to get a feel for the opponent here. I mean, they had the chance on map 1 and 2, but it was over so quickly, you might have lost that feel. Demon Hunter coming, but does he have immolation now? Yep. Oh boy, and now he runs him down, and that is 1 kill, and that's the power of immolation, but also mana burn. That's level 3 for the demon if he gets it. Oh, life with the last hit. Oh, that's a disaster for 120. Oh my god. That was crazy. 120, what you doing? Okay, so did life bait him into thinking there's no immolation? And then he felt confident? Let's see. This still has the potential to swing in both directions. If you are approaching this from a strategic choice, right? If you're 120 and you know your micro isn't on the level that it that you need it to be to defeat life consistently. Shouldn't you play Gargs? I know I'm a bit of a broken record, but this lame Garg style into Worms, wouldn't it be pretty perfect? Well, life might walk into your base and bite your head off.
A player's forces are under attack.
And of course, it's a big final for $2,000, so you don't want to do experiments here. We do have immolation. We got another ring of protection. Demon Hunter got him again. The last hits are nuts, man. What the hell is going on? That is not preventing level 2 for now, but you can't afford to lose this one. Or you get to kill yourself on something. Archer. Or this troll. You need to get something. You need level 2. Life's so precise. Gets another. Oh, 120 can't pick up the pace anymore, man. Life's too fast. Life is everywhere. Little bit of a ghoul block. Now level 2. Oh, sweet. No, the Acolyte block isn't there. You need to block. Got him. And he got him for good, right? He does. There's a cloak, but there's also a reveal. Okay, that was some brutal losses exchanged for level 2, but also the town portal. Oh, losing that creep there, though. It's a little bit of a sign. Was this too much micro? No, Hunter's Hall still perfectly aligning with the tier 2. Good multitasking. Also here, nice awareness. He's everywhere right now. He's so aggressive. It's ridiculous. Of course, he's waiting for that tier 2 time with the Naga again. Gathering information, knows where his opponent is. If you weaken them now, Naga can come in and pounce on you again. Surround though. And there's no TP anymore. But the question is, isn't that too much damage? You got Immo. You got so many hurt ghouls. You need to get this kill. It's so expensive already. Coil, kill, demon, down. Was that worth it? I guess just for the fact that you can level and your opponent is not. That was a risky business. Detonates the wisp to take the coil mana away so the archer lives. We are establishing a bit of a higher level of play here between the two. That was a lovely exchange. The biggest threat in the late game will be the Demon Hunter. Is the investment early into a slower Demon Hunter then worth it?
Are under attack.
Of course, also good XP on the DK that he missed out on before. Well, good news is we can join the next game then live. We have to skip 3 minutes here, and that's perfectly the time for the fight to come close to level 4 on the DK. We got 50 versus 50 more or less. Last hit goes 2-1-2-0 this time. Alongside the item, big mana potion, also went of mana stealing. Pretty damn great, we gotta say, but what do you do with this mana advantage at the moment? The Dryads reign supreme for 3. Level 2 Unholy Aura is nice to have. Can he save that Destroyer? Over the trees, it looks good. Levels in favor of 1-2-0. Unfortunately, it's not that most important level that he got on the DK. No shenanigans just yet, but the worm is coming. Everything's trailing behind here. And the worm comes in. Is there again no TP? No, but there is a staff. Worm position this time a lot better. Instantly over the trees. I love this. If there's a mana potion now. I think he could have killed him if he pops the potion. Maybe not the presence of mind. Gotta dance with the Destroyer now a little bit over the trees. 1-2-0. This looks a million times better than what we had today. Bear, GNL Bear, only giving in some rejuves, but Destroyer over the forest, awesome. Worm over the forest, awesome. Is it time for the big mana? He's kind of forgetting about it, I guess. He could coil him! Oh, life! That staff was on cooldown for 5 more seconds. And he takes him out. Demon Hunter kill number 2. Now, how can the DK survive? Run, 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 run. Got him. Oh boy, fragile state as all the archers are still there, but that's just fodder for the Lich. 1-2-0 takes it home and ties up the series. I had a good feeling about this prior to starting the game, and 1-2-0 takes Turtle Rock as he oftentimes does. He's very, very lucky with the Rings of Protection early on. No upset 1-2-0, no sacrificial skull. We just go creeping, and then it's oftentimes green into green for level 2 guaranteed. Seems like this is one of the games there 1-2-0 will get Coil and Aura reliably. Is it that reliable though? I love that split skeleton to see what's up. Life invests into claws. He had back-to-back sick last hits on the past 2 maps. Has to respect the ghouls now a little more, I think. And that is the reliable level 2. I think that's the win in 120's book here. Demon Hunter inventory scares me a little bit. And should scare 120 as well. Otherwise, it's the same build up. We dance around the map. We try to get close to level 3. Who reads the other better? It's a lot about map movement. Love that 120 puts a lot of emphasis on dust. You don't want to punish these archers and then they just hide. Wisp ready for the detonate. Might only get one of the skeletons here this time. So yeah, rather keep it safe. And it looks like 120 is chasing life away from the tavern, at least for a little bit. But now that we're still far, far, far away. It's not the crucial mid-game fight just yet. Both have decided it's way too risky to go for any level 3. Ancient is in position. 120 can go for a lot more ghouls if he wants to, but then he's also up against Immolation. Big moment! Can Life get this entire camp uninterrupted? I feel like... Yeah, I was about to say, there's very few mana burns just yet. He's threatening a detonate. But this is a disruptive camp. This is very, very, very much a stalemate, I'd say. And here's the Naga. Wasn't the Naga ready to hurt the DK more? This is a very fragile state of the game for 120. DK this low, no TP, no invul, nothing. He is begging to get punished, isn't he? But he's not. So it's again double ring, big healing on the Demon Hunter. What a glorious inventory this is. This cost a lot of time and didn't give the Demon Hunter level 5. Level 3.
A player's forces are
Without the DK
attack.
being punished further, I think that's a solid outcome. Nova. Oh! Boom goes the dynamite! Nice timing. I think the DK positioning is really good. Stays away from the DH, is not getting easy burns off. It's about so many tiny things between the two. Life needs level 3. ASAP. We're progressing towards level 3 and you don't have mana burn 2, you don't have fork lightning. You need to get it done, but I also like that he's still a bit ambitious. He's not falling back completely to his side of the map. He knows how important this experience can be late game. But again, he's getting punished. Coil Nova on the Naga. There is a potion on the demon. Swaps it, drinks it. Very quick reaction. And a good trade. So if the Demon Hunter doesn't have that potion in the later stages of that game, that's brilliant.
A player's forces are under attack.
He keeps the entire camp. Got the pendant too. Is that enough slowdown? Both arrive at tier 3. Both work on upgrades. Both are waiting for orbs. scapes, I thought, but 120 is going for that tier 3 expo again. He did that before on Twisted Meadows. He didn't need it. He smashed the fight before the expansion really paid off and won that game. So we don't know what the real win rate is thus far. 1 steal is level 3 on the DK. And a Lich should guaranteed get a last hit if left alone. Got it. That is the level 3. Demon gets the rejuve now, and there's no Wand of Negation to stop that. It's going to be full DH Demon Hunter super quick. Also, no Destroyer on the horizon. The upgrade didn't even start yet. He could. Oh, that's a lot of missing time. 120. Focus on your macro. He cannot skip Destroyers. No way. But where is it? It's not done. It's not researching. There we go. This was painfully late. Expo first, then Destro upgrade. And Demon Hunter is back with Invo Potion, Heal Potion. Oh, life. If you smash that Expo. And it's looking pretty good. One hand on the trophy then. Can he hold? 10 seconds till tower. Lich, underwhelming. No more mana. We only got a heal scroll and maybe 1 coil. There's the mana gone. Fortnightning lovely, but the healing on Blight and the healing with statues is looking pretty fine. Fiend used as a decoy a little bit. They are supposed to deal with the Dryads, of course. I see quite some damage on Live's units, and oh, that Fiend escapes. Might clock up the supply at one point. Back to the Blight we go, back into tower range. 120 fighting, and Destroyer are up now. We do have a Dispel. We do have the magic damage. Oh, can he just carry this over the finish line? There's no counter expansion to be seen on Life, and the Destroyer's in a good spot. Can move over the trees at will. And that they're still so late in this fight, our ghouls on the ground, is a good sign for 120. From now on, the clock is ticking for him. Because Life has no army in this fight anymore, does he? A GNL bear killed. Fiend saves into the Nerup again. Oh, what a clutch hold by 120. Usually this goes the other way around. The Undead is pushing, and the Night Elf just holds barely under, like, Moonwell's chops whatsoever. Maybe this tier 3 expansion was a good idea. Invo Potion, but there's no bear for the reju. What's an Invo Potion good for, if not for reju? Might lose both second heroes now. Lich, Naga, both in trouble. Statue! Oh, snap! Naga dead. Lich, he's trading. He's trading a little bit too much, we have to say. Both second heroes down indeed. DK gotta lick your wounds. Imagine there's a coil, but he's 25 mana short. That's a second base. That is by far the best game of the series for now. Naga back, Tavern revive. Lich at the altar, but 120 is rich. He can just go for her, no? Yep. Or for him, whatever it is. More Dryads. Coil! And he gets the kill! Dieback 120 with so much gold. Question is, can the Demon Hunter wreck the Fiends in the absence of, like, too much other army? With the bear coming in. Oh, you don't want to lose that Lich again. This was an expensive one. The statue body block doesn't work out that way, but the Lich is safe. And so is the DK. And the Dryads are not in a position to change something essential even further. Again, the DK bait. One Fiend goes down, but he can replace them. The issue for 120 a little bit right now, he doesn't have that many production buildings, and he didn't saturate that gold mine yet. Oh, DH has no boots. That's true. Yeah, that's a little bit of a flaw. Oh, if the Demon Hunter has boots and can chase. Mamma mia. Now we can afford potions. We can creep a little more.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's also interesting to see that 1-0 is not going Naga third. Too late for a counter expansion, isn't it? And it's also too late to wait for the tree to move over. Our life is under so much pressure. It very much looked like he knew exactly what to do on map 2 and 3. Now we got 2 towers here, and Dryads are very good at a lot of things in Warcraft. They are not great to fight towers. AP push. Last ditch effort. AOW something? Or maybe just dispel. But it looks like 1-0's firepower is just superior. 4 heroes as well. These hero kills, of course, paying dividends. And now Acolyte number 4. And then 5. And then mass production. You need to come up with a brilliant plan. And you know what? When in doubt, play like Moon. Shark for reinforcements. 1-0 a little slow, maybe. Oh, lucky. I thought the Fiend would be gone too, but that is time for the Turtle. Big item. More damage on Lich. We see multiple times redo on Dryads now, by the way. That's somewhat new. Spirit Tower broken. DK far forward. No invul. Not like this. 1-0. The Wisp block. Oh my god. What a disaster. Absolutely terrible. DK Omega out of position. What is 1-0 doing in that so decisive, maybe last fight for life? Can he get something to the tavern? He doesn't have the resource at the moment. Oh, unacceptable mistakes for a grand final. Now you gotta fight without the aura. Still no tavern revive possible. You gotta play this with only 1 hero. How scary are the undeads when it's no coil? He does have the Lich level 5 now. It definitely helped the Lich. And it seems like it's still enough. You don't even need the DK. It is fine indeed. You can sacrifice the DK, own with Lich apparently. There was a lot of units dying there. Of course that was... The problem was earlier, right? The problem was earlier with the hero kills. Oh man, oh man, oh man.